So you're thinking about selling a home. Should you use a real estate agent? Well, obviously I am a real estate agent, so you might think, I'm not going to trust this guy. He's probably biased. But let me think through it with you in the way that I would be guiding a family member or a friend that was in another market. I would not benefit from the transaction. Let's just talk about it objectively. Well, let's start by thinking about the financials, because honestly, that's what most people at the end of the day, they want the most amount of money in their pocket. And I just saw updated statistics that said that homes sold with an agent sold for 18% higher than for sale by owners. Now you might think, okay, well, is this accurate? And does that necessarily mean if I use an agent that I should expect 18% more for my home? Not necessarily, because there might be questions about, do for sale by owners, are they more likely to come from lower cost markets? Are they smaller on average? They tend to be less desirable. We don't know about the mix, but we know that 18% is a huge number, and that's objective public data. So there's enough meat on the bone that there's a serious argument to be made that even if you're paying out 3 to 6% in commissions, if you're making 18% more, you're talking about, 12 to 15% more money in your pocket at the end of the day. And the thing is, this is based in general on average. So I can imagine situations and scenarios where somebody was better off by selling for sale by owner and not having to pay those commissions. They got somebody that was willing to pay a crazy top dollar. That could happen. But if you're a betting man, statistically, you're better off financially by going with an agent. And then there's just all the other benefits you get in addition to price. I mean, you have somebody doing the work for you, the emotional buffer between, you and the buyer. You have somebody that's hopefully an expert, marketer, somebody that's helping facilitate the tours and preparing the house for sale, navigating the paperwork and legality, and referring you to maybe good contractors or vendors that you might need to get the sale done. So all of that is almost gravy. All the actual work and stress off of your plate, the guidance, the help, that's not only free, but you're getting more money for taking on less work. So for that reason, objectively, even though, you might think, hey, this guy's an agent, should I really trust this guy? I don't know. I try to look at it as objective as possible. And if I have a family member or a friend in a different market that's thinking about selling, I'm going to help them try to find a great agent in their market, because I think it just makes sense.